Welcome to Universal Sports. We're live and exclusive outside Old Trafford, and this is your latest Manchester United update. And there's two of us today.
Make sure you subscribe, like and follow this channel, Universal Sports.
This guy's straight into business. I like
That's
it. Alright, so the whole world knows that the biggest mystery in the world has been solved. Erik ten Hag is staying at Old Trafford, and Erik ten Hag is in talks for a new contract as per The Athletic. Erik ten Hag stays. He's getting a new contract. He's off that plane that you'd bought. Tell me, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, unfortunately I bought him a plane. But yeah, not a new contract. We should just keep him for one more season and see how he performs. Ideally win another trophy, but let's see what Ineos is doing right now. They're doing some
what do you think they're doing right now?
They're putting a structure together which is quite good. Still waiting for Don Ashworth, so they need to hurry up with Don Ashworth because the transfer market is not nearly open. So let's get him in as soon as possible.
One thing I've actually realised, there's a big conspiracy going on in the Premier League, and the more I think about it, the more I want to talk about it. So let's talk about it. Erik ten Hag staying, and there seems to be some sort of a secret society going on. What's with the bold Premier League we're seeing? What's going on?
It's the battle of the balls. So top four.
So who've we got? We got
Pep.
Ten Hag.
We got Ten Hag, Pep.
Who's the Chelsea guy?
Chelsea.
Maresca
for Chelsea. So top four. Bold managers.
The Liverpool guy. Ten Hag 2.0.
Arne Slot. So it's a trend going on.
Tottenham guy's gone bald, no?
He's getting there. He's receding hairline. Mikel Arteta just likes to look good.
He's got a wig, Arteta.
Probably has.
Yeah.
That needs to come off next season.
That needs to come off next season.
Join the crew, bold crew.
Well, it is Manchester United versus Arsenal in the pre-season. Let's see if Arteta shows up.
Bold.
But before we actually move on, Avers, I'm sure before coming on, we said that you were saying something about if Manchester United won the Premier League under Erik ten Hag, would you like to tell all of us what you'd be doing for our entertainment?
Erik ten Hag, if you win the Premier League, save this recording. I will go bold if you win the Premier League next season.
You heard it first.
You heard it.
You heard it live. You heard it exclusive. If Erik ten Hag wins the Premier League, Avers is going bald.
That's a if, so
it's a win. It's a win.
Could be next year, the year after, maybe.
Alright, let's talk business again. Now, I don't think a lot of people are really talking about it, understandably, because maybe from a PR point of view you want to stay away from it. But on Universal Sports, we don't shy away from anything. Let's talk about Mason Greenwood. And are we doing the right thing as a football club by wanting to sell him? What's your thoughts?
Unfortunately not. I'd rather keep him, offload Anthony and bring Greenwood back. He needs to stay. The legal side, he's not been charged or anything. He's made a mistake. He's got back together with his girlfriend. They've had a baby. So Greenwood should be brought back in, give him another chance. But that's opinions of United fans and worldwide. So if he does come back, scores 1 or 2 goals, then everyone's happy. So bring Greenwood back. He's my favourite. He was my favourite before he did all that stuff. Unfortunately, it was just the wrong timing, wrong moment. I know he's done wrong, and his girlfriend's forgiven him. So we need to bring him back, Greenwood, back to Old Trafford. Offload Anthony. So we'll have Greenwood, Rasmus Højlund, and Garnacho up front lineup, which could be lethal going forward next season. So get Greenwood back in, get him in pre-season games, get him up to speed. Although he's been at a Spanish club previously on loan, but bring him back. This is down to Ineos and Sir Jim. Let's see what they decide, but for me, Greenwood needs to come back.
I mean, from my point of view, I think, they say that, everybody deserves a second chance. Now, obviously, with this situation, it's very different, obviously, due to the, allegations, but do you think Greenwood deserves a second chance?
He deserves a second chance, definitely, because he wasn't not even charged by the legal system, so he deserves a second chance. He's found not guilty and he's back with his girlfriend. which is showing like he's made a mistake. Her girlfriend's made a video, which probably a blackmail or something. Just got uploaded on Twitter, just went viral. For me, Greenwood puts his head down next season, comes back, starts performing for United, and all be forgiven. I'll forgive him. But let's see what the United fans and the whole fan base says in the Premier League. It could have some backlash, but 1 or 2 goals, like I said before, he scores a couple of 1 or 2 big crucial goals, and he's back in the frame, and it'll be lethal for our front lineup.
Let us know in the comments, guys, what do you think? Mason Greenwood, should he stay at Manchester United? Should we give him a second chance, or should we be actively looking to sell him? So that's Mason Greenwood. Erik ten Hag is staying. Now the question that I want to ask you is, so Erik ten Hag stays, we've got the Euros, but what does Erik ten Hag need to do differently to avoid becoming a casualty, should we say, around November and December, as we've seen before with Ole, we've seen it with Mourinho? What does he need to do differently?
First of all, he needs the backing of Ineos and Sir Jim. So apparently there's rumours of 50 million that United's got to spend, but they need to offload players. So first priority for Ten Hag is to offload players. There are quite some deadwood in there. From Van Gaal's season, they've been there. McTominay is still there from Van Gaal. And then from Ole's season, where they didn't want to play after the Watford 4-1 defeat. So they're still there. The names of Rashford, who's apparently signed a new contract till 2028. Rumours of that, I don't know if it's official yet. McTominay is still there. Maguire needs to be offloaded. Casemiro, Eriksen were bought in to build midfield around them, but the legs have gone, so need new fresh legs, some youngsters in to build around, give some support to Kobe Menu and Bruno. We've got Mason Mount there as well, but again, that's Ten Hag signing. It's been a hit and a miss last season, although he's been injured most of the time. So Mason Mount is...
I know you're saying he needs to get rid of players, but let's play devil's advocate here. I think, yes, injuries, and you could say the framework that he's been working in, but ultimately there's a point where Erik ten Hag's messed up here, yeah? So I think the formation when he wants to play 2 number 10s, that doesn't work. Our defensive position, that doesn't work. And honestly, the number of times I've seen Erik ten Hag and Man United conceding a goal from a cutback, then there's a problem there. So what do you think he needs to change?
The problem is probably in the training and coaching, so I need to bring better coaches in terms of that. So he's made big mistakes last season, playing Casemiro as a centre-back. Although we had Willy Caballero as a centre-back, could have played him, but he decided to play Casemiro, and it was not every time. It was like mistake after mistake by Casemiro in centre-back. The game against Crystal Palace, 4 goals, it was down to him. So Casemiro should not ever play in centre-back. You've got centre-backs there, why do you send him out on loan? You've got that Fernandes left-back, got sent out on loan, should have kept him. Luke Shaw was injured, he's coming back to the England games now. So we need some depth in the squad.
Well, to be honest, you tried your best. So obviously when Universal Sports were live and direct in Riyadh, let's not forget, you were trying to play agent, were you? You were trying to offload Casemiro, 100 million offer, was it?
Yeah, so I asked the Al Nassr fans, they wanted Casemiro. They're obviously going to get Varane because he's a free agent. He will probably go to Saudi Pro League, either Al Hilal or Al Nassr. Someone will take him. Same for Casemiro, so offer needs to go in from Saudi Pro League, accept the offer and just offload him and get a fresh midfielder in and to replace Casemiro, because he won't be able to do the job next season.
And if you haven't seen that video, make sure you check it out on our channel. We've got some, I would say personally, some amazing content.
Yeah.
Fury versus Usyk, fan cams, interviews, Al Nassr versus Al Hilal. We had the FA Cup, the road to the FA Cup final. So make sure you check that out, and make sure you don't forget to follow, like, subscribe and share to Universal Sports. And before we get out the cold and miserable weather and plan our next exotic escape, what I want to ask you is, if we were under the Glazers and they did a review and they took so long, do you think they would get absolutely battered by us in the media? So why is it different for Ineos?
So Ineos has just put a stamp or a steppy mark on this, so is just get rid of the managers no good. We need to get rid of the players, so they've put
What do you make of Ineos talking to Tuchel, talking to McKenna, talking to Silva, talking to De Zerbi? If you're Ten Hag, how does that make you feel?
For me, Ten Hag, he should just, if that was the case, he should resign and walked away, because he had 1 year on the contract. Just resign and just walk away. But he decided to stay and just listen to what Ineos has said, and they've decided to give him a new contract now for 2 more years, so which is quite good. Let's see how he performs next season. Personally, ideally, I want United to win another maybe 1 or 2 cups and finish in top 4, get back into Champions League. This year we're in the Europa League. Let's just aim to win the Europa League this season. That'll be another different trophy for Ten Hag. He's won the Carling Cup, he's won the FA Cup, so next could be Europa League. Year after that, the big one, Premier League. We need the Premier League. It's been 11-12 years now since we last won the Premier League, and if you look at the blue side, 6 out of the 7 seasons they won it, so they could probably catch up to us at some point. We need to get a Premier League back in.
Talking about winning trophies, on TikTok I actually seen something. I want to ask you as well. Did Man United have a better season than Arsenal?
Unfortunately, I have to say yes, they did, because Arsenal bottle jobs, finished second again. They had their in their hands. They were first for quite a long period. Then City just ramped up and then took the Premier League. It was in their hands, Arsenal's, and their fan base saying they had a better season, but by finishing second and bottling the Premier League, it's no good. Whereas we won a trophy, a silverware, came back to Old Trafford, which Eric Ten Hag promised on the last day against Newcastle. We won the trophy, we'll put our 100% in, which he did. And the only other good thing was that Martinez and Varane were back for that big game, which was crucial for us. And City just had a hangover from winning the Premier League, partying too much, which were
You'd know about that, wouldn't you?
Jack Grealish led the line.
You'd know about partying, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we were partying hard in Dubai.
Whoa! Let's protect. You know, we signed some confidentialities that we can't disclose, or NDA should we say. Coming up on Universal Sports, Euro 2024 time, predictions, fan cams. Can England win the Euro 2024? How will they get on? Who are the main contenders? All of that content coming up on Universal Sports. And before we go, one last message. Eric Ten Hag, you are staying at Old Trafford, but please, can we have a better season than finishing 8th? Because I don't know about you, but I can't take that.